In this video, I'll be going over what I believe are the non-negotiables of creating a top-tier landing page if you want cold email to be a successful client acquisition channel for your business. Cold email can be a difficult channel to crack, but once you do, you will have a new lead generation mechanism for years to come. So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you are having issues converting strangers into clients. So just to give you sort of all of the info right up front, this is the landing page structure that you need to have on your website. So your website needs to have a headline, which is your offer, a sub headline, which is ideally sort of a pain point that you're calling out, your VSL, a call to action to book a call, logos of clients you've partnered with, placed like you'd want to put the top 6 to 12 companies and just have their logos, pain points that your ideal client experiences while looking for your solution, some highlights of why choosing you, and then you want testimonials. Video is best, written will also do, and then you want a process breakdown, so a super detailed breakdown of the first step is this, the second step is this, the third step is this, and then what's included, so sort of just deliverables, so somebody can quickly remember, okay, cool, they'll help me with uh, like script, actually editing whatever video, and then they'll help me with posting it. Cool. So it's like there's deliverables and they know what's happening. And then another call to action, and then even more social proof, written or videos, and then a short about us. This is optional if you do have history, but about us and why choose us are pretty similar. But if you have anything worth mentioning, awards, experience in the field, big projects you worked on, you can mention it here or in this section. And then another call to action. Now let me go into, so all of these sections, you can find more information about them individually. Most of everything you find online will follow a similar structure. But really the big hitters that you need to pay attention to are headline, the VSL, and the social proof, which is what I'll be going over for the rest of this video. Your headline is essentially your offer backed up by proof. The goal is to keep it short and direct. So remember, you want to quantify your offer with a time frame, a specific result, and quantified with money, right? So just to keep it relevant, quantifiable, time specific, you want to make it honest and realistic, and ideally you use a case study as your offer. What we're trying to do here is sell the outcome of your service, not the service itself, not the product, not the features. So this is sort of a basic template that you could use to do this. We help niche generate dream result in time frame without pain point. Super generic, but you answer the who is this for, the prospect response to it that yes, it's them. What's their dream result? Number one pain point, like what are they trying to solve? Time frame, so they sort of have an expectation of how long it'll take, and then without pain points. So if you sold paid ads, but you found a way to make paid ads work very well without the founder being behind the camera, that could be a pain point if through your research you found out that founders hate being on camera. So that would be a pain point as well. Let me give you other examples of what else could work. So another one is we help fintech SaaS companies, super specific, generate 250K in new ARR. That is lingo that SaaS companies will know, annual recurring revenue. So ideally you as well add that into your offer in 100 days so they can make expectations, and then without offering insane discounts. So this is just something I thought up quickly without any research, but I assume if somebody wanted to grow their SaaS, one way to do it would be to give extremely big discounts. And that's most likely going to be a pain point. Nobody wants to sell their service or their product for 80% off. So next, this is my offer actually. So we help B2B companies secure 10 to 20 sales meetings with their ideal clients every month. So as you can see, I didn't put a without in this section. It's without is optional, and you can always play with this. And as you run cold email, you can test what offer resonates more. But of course, just quick side tangent on cold email. If you are doing A/B testing with cold email, only change one thing at a time. So let's say you run a script, you get a decent reply rate and decent positive reply rate. What you want to do from there is test offers to see, okay, does it work better if I add the without? Does it relate more? If I put the pain point earlier in the message, does that relate more? but on our website, this is the offer that we put. Um, and it's been working decently. Of course, there's still more testing to do, but it gets to the point, and we're able to, through our content and through other sort of marketing assets, we're able to hit the other pain points without mentioning it directly on our headline. Next is the VSL. So your VSL is there to answer the questions in your prospect's mind. Your goal is to share all the necessary info prospect needs to know if your prospect is, or sorry, if your service is worth looking into further. So the video shouldn't be more than 5 to 15 minutes long. And honestly, the shorter the better. The faster you can get to the point, um, the of course always the better, right? So here's the general framework you should follow in that VSL. As well, there's a bunch of resources online on how to make a very good VSL, but this is the framework that you want to follow. First, you want to call out your audience, then you want to state your offer and guarantee if you have one. Then you want to share case studies right away. So somebody within the first minute or so, they're able to see, cool, this guy does this guarantee or risk reversal, and he's done it for these people. Cool. Then you share your process, you brought some intrigue, clearly state the solution and make them well aware of their problem, that their problems can be solved with your unique solution. Then ideally more social proof. You could put more videos or screenshots of what your clients their results were working with you and what they're saying about you. Of course, always throughout all of your marketing, the more testimonials, the better. And then at the end, you repeat your offer, your guarantee, and then invite the prospect to book a call with you, which is ideally the call to action button right below your video. As well, before filming, review your script by seeing if you answer all of these questions and put yourself in your prospect's shoes. So this is all credit to Daniel Fazio. Um, but I just wanted to include them because I find them very solid and help you sort of figure out what's the best way to write this script. And like, you're always going to be wondering, oh, is this the best script I could have written? Let me get the opinions of others. If your script answers these questions, I promise it is good enough to run a cold email offer or an offer via cold email. So first is, how's this different from everything else I've seen? What's in it for me? How do I know this is real? What's holding me back? Again, all in the prospect's mindset. What is to blame? Why now? Why should I trust you? This is why social proof is so important. It's probably the biggest question that's being asked. How does it work? That's the process that we show. How can I get started? What do I have to lose? This is the guarantee or risk reversal part. Not everybody has one. The more advanced you get, the less you need it. But again, it depends on the industry and what you're pitching to the prospect. Last piece that's super important to have on your landing page is social proof. I've mentioned it probably quite a bit already in this video, but let's just dig into it more just so it's really cemented of why you need this. So oftentimes the most overlooked part of your online presence is your social proof. It sounds obvious, but let's take a second to walk through it. When someone tells you about a new restaurant, don't you go look at their reviews before ever driving over? Would you stay at a hotel that had a 0.2 out of 5 stars on Google and you read reviews and it was not clean and it was the facilities weren't kept well? Like, you wouldn't go to those places, you would skip them. And that exact same concept applies to B2B services and selling over cold email. The number one thing your prospects care about is actually solving the problem that you claim to solve. Um, and what's the easiest way to do that without risking money to start working with you? Watching case studies. Like, if you don't have people supporting what you've done for them and like sort of claiming a result, like, why would they risk spending money with you when they could risk spending money with somebody else? Because like, no matter what you do while you hire an agency, you are technically risking money. The goal is always to get the problem solved, but you can't always guarantee it, right? So if you have case studies, you get closer to guaranteeing it, and you also become better um, at, like, the more case studies that you have, the better you are at delivering that service. So your goal is always to just have case studies, always over deliver, always go above and beyond for clients so you get case studies out of it. As a general rule, all you need to show in the video is the transformation from before and after working with your business. So you start off the conversation of this video testimonial by sort of highlighting what state they were in, had they worked with previous other agencies, what was wrong with those previous attempts, and then what changed this time, the actual quantifiable results, and then uh, would they recommend working with you? That's sort of the general gist of the script. This must be shown in a quantifiable way, money or time saved, depending on your offer. Not every offer uh, makes money or saves money, but it might save time. So it's like you just need to figure out when people are looking for your offer, like an automation service, for example. Yes, there's a money saved component, but the time saved component is probably more important. So, like, if there's a task that you spend 2 hours a day doing and somebody's able to automate it for you, like that's the pitch, right? So, also, you need to create a loop in your business to consistently generate new case studies as often as possible. The more social proof, the better. Bonus tip, your online presence. Just like the point above, prospects will want to make sure you're a real and trustworthy person. So naturally, they'll look you up online. What's the first and most obvious place they're going to check if you sent them an email and you're trying to do business with them? LinkedIn. So make your life easier and be active. Make educational posts, comment on other creators' posts, and contribute to your space. Like, don't just be somebody who just likes, like actually leave comments, build interactions with people in those comments. Like if you, in terms of posts, like if you learned something new while working on a client project, make a post about it. If you had one of your core beliefs broken about your industry, that's worth posting too. Like people will thank you for sharing your experience, but more importantly, when a prospect looks you up, like they naturally will binge what they find online. Like if they find negative news articles about you or negative reviews, they'll read those. But if they see content about you providing value and showing sort of experience about what you're selling, they'll feel like they'll binge that content and feel overwhelmed with value. And if they're in the market for your solution, they will, without a doubt, book a call and want to explore working with you further. If they're not ready to buy, they won't be ready to buy, but you'll be the first person they think about. And then, not to mention that posting quality content also brings in inbound leads and people who will message you on LinkedIn and YouTube and will find your email. Um, so overall, it's a win-win to be present online if you run an online business. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you follow all these steps, I bet your campaigns will do better and your prospects will come to calls already interested in what you offer. I hope you found value in this video. If you have any questions or any other topics you'd like my input on, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll be more than happy to make a video about it. But that's it for this video. I will talk to you guys soon and thank you again for watching. All right, bye-bye.